Does calling for the genocide of Jews violate school policy? It's a question asked to Ivy League school presidents on Capitol Hill this week, and their answers have led to protests, calls for their removal, the withdrawal of millions of dollars in donations, and sparked a new House investigation. The heads of UPenn and Harvard are now backtracking their testimony on anti-Semitism on their campuses. We'll start with UPenn. In the following clip, we'll show you President Liz McGill's video message clarifying her remarks with her actual testimony to give you a clear picture of the controversy. Take a listen.
There was a moment during yesterday's congressional hearing on anti-Semitism when I was asked if a call for the genocide of Jewish people on our campus would violate our policies.
Does calling for the genocide of Jews violate Penn's rules or code of conduct? Yes or no?
If the speech turns into conduct, it can be harassment.
So is your testimony that you will not answer yes?
If it if the
yes
speech
or
becomes
no?
if the speech becomes conduct, it can be harassment. Yes.
Conduct meaning committing the act of genocide?
In that moment, I was focused on our university's longstanding policies aligned with the U.S. Constitution, which say that speech alone is not punishable.
This is unacceptable, Ms. McGill. I'm going to give you one more opportunity for the world to see your answer. Does calling for the genocide of Jews violate Penn's code of conduct when it comes to bullying and harassment? Yes or no?
It can be harassment.
The answer is yes.
I want to be clear. A call for genocide of Jewish people is threatening, deeply so. In my view, it would be harassment or intimidation.
It was that testimony exchange that has led to calls for her resignation, both from students, state officials, and big donors, one threatening to pull about $100 million worth of funds as fallout at Penn continues. Meanwhile, at Harvard, President Claudine Gay has apologized for her testimony, which shared a similar sentiment as McGill's. The call for genocide of Jews is against school policy if it turns into student conduct.
Can you not say here that it is against the code of conduct at Harvard?
We embrace a commitment to free expression, even of views that are objectionable, offensive, hateful. It's when that speech crosses into conduct that violates our policies against bullying.
Following her testimony, in an interview with the student newspaper, Gay told the Crimson, "I am sorry, words matter. I got caught up in what had become, at that point, an extended combative exchange about policies and procedures. Calls for violence against our Jewish community have no place at Harvard." Damage from Gay's testimony was already done. Rabbi David Wolpe resigned from Harvard's Anti-Semitism Advisory Board today, citing events on campus and, quote, the painfully inadequate testimony. In response to the Ivy League school's failure to directly condemn calls for genocide as a violation of school policy, a White House spokesperson released a statement. Quote, "It's unbelievable that this needs to be said. Calls for genocide are monstrous. Any statements that advocate for the systematic murder of Jews are dangerous and revolting, and we should all stand firmly against them."